Already. Shalom, Israel. I'm going to start by giving all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. I'm the brother I'm one for down to Florida from the camera fraps of Babylon. Come on, another quick hit to this parent part by MILLSTONE. The Lord wanted to edify and feed the sheep. Double ourselves and Apostle Great MILLSTONE will teach you well. Peace and blessing to the brothers who push this work into sincerity to the scattered abroad. All right, now I want to get into this lesson. All right, going into it was showed on my news feed where it says chilling doorbell footage captures trio in Halloween mask threatening to kill family. All right, and I looked this up, and I seen a few videos, and I'm gonna grab it in a second. But just watching this and seeing this just shows you the spirit that's on these people in these times, man. All right, these people are in a purge-like spirit. All right, and it's a spirit because a few days ago, all right, was I was watching the I believe it was Purge Antarctica, man. And these same like spirits, and you watch all the Purge movies, all right, is what this spirit is going to be on these people in these times I'm coming into, because these people are going to resort to what? Aggression. All right, they're going to resort to anger, frustration. They're going to be real tense. All right, for the lack of bread and great tribulation, man, as the scripture says. And a lot of these people are on the, they're on the edge. Okay, they're on edge right now due to all these things that's simultaneously happening here in America. All right, as they're seeing America fall, they're getting more and more desperate at what is the next thing to do, you see. And soon you're going to start seeing all these people who are seeming to be in a calm state of mind start to lose it, man. All right, and during this time you had over the past weekend, all right, going into this new month of November, you had what? Halloween, all right, where people go out, all right, and they start, going door to door, doing the whole ritual thing, man, which Halloween itself is just a big ass ritual, man. And right, these elites get with each other, or they gather up, however, man, and these wicked enchantments them go out there, man. And I believe that, man. Okay, because you have it where these, pagan holidays happen, like a routine every year. Okay, it's almost like it's on a cycle, man. Okay, really it is, and it happens every year. And these things become a lot more of a stronger ritual every year. And these people have demons on them that amplifies during these certain times. Okay. And just like you see in this video I'm about to play is what you're gonna witness within millions of people, man, soon. Okay, this is a prime example. All right, so let's grab that.
Who is it? Your worst nightmare.
And this is the video. Okay, I think I got like 2 of them. Okay, but this is the spirit that's gonna be on these people. All right, this is a purge-like spirit, and it's only gonna amplify.
Open the door! Open the door!
This trio may have been dressed for Halloween, but their intentions were anything but festive.
Worst nightmare! Worst nightmare!
The frightening group tried to terrorize the occupants of a home in an apparent attempt to break in.
Either you come out or we coming in! The worst nightmare! Open the door! Open up the door! Who is it? Open up the door before we make all this sound! Open up the door! Open up the door! Open the door! If this door doesn't open, we're gonna come in!
According to the homeowner's daughter, Shayla, even after she called 911 and warned the group that police were on their way, they still tried to enter through the back door. Investigators believe the suspects may have fled in a vehicle and are now reviewing surveillance footage from nearby homes and businesses to identify them. Alexandria Police Chief Tarek McGuire stated, "They attempted to enter a residence, and under Virginia state law, that constitutes burglary."
The worst nightmare!
But this was no nightmare.
Open the door!
It was a reality for one Alexandria family.
Either you come out or we coming in!
Hey, and it's Salakia. But check this out. All right, when you watch this, check this out. Guess who they targeted in this video? Okay, it could have been anybody else, but guess who was targeted? I'm going to play it. Watch.
Happened around 10 p.m. Tuesday near Duke and South Jordan Streets in Alexandria.
At first, I thought it was just a Halloween joke, a little prank.
Eve, man. Eve. Okay? Eve and her little ones. It could have been anybody else, but guess who it was? It was Eve. All right? Showing you in times where, hey, these people ain't going to care about, you know, they ain't gonna care about race and all this, man. They ain't gonna care about nothing. They coming for those who they feel that is gonna be a target, women and children. All right. It don't matter what it is. They coming for it. These people got the spirits on them, and they, matter of fact, they might just have a discrimination of you know, a race, because you got to, what times coming into, well, racial war gonna be a thing, man. Okay. What kind of American are you? Is it in the movie Civil War? Those are times we're approaching.
So I said happy Halloween.
Shayla says she thought they'd leave, but they didn't. So she called 911 and told them cops were on the way, but the trio seemed unfazed.
And they kept like knocking on the door. The knocks would get harder and harder.
Open the door!
And they threatened to kill us.
When they couldn't get in through the front, she says they came around back.
This whole thing, they broke down, as you could tell.
She showed us the damage.
So did they actually go in there?
Oh, yes, ma'am. They hopped up on here and they came through.
She says they went right up to the glass.
They were just hidden the window.
She says they finally left after about 10 minutes. Police were at their home Wednesday. She says this is not a joke.
It's not even a joke gone wrong. They tried to enter into the home.
And despite the fact that they came and they was beating on the doors and knocking on the doors, the police wasn't coming in time, man. The police was not coming in time. Okay, which shows you that you calling 911 or you calling these emergency lines, all right, it ain't gonna work out for you in the times we're coming into, because you're gonna have even these authorities, all right, these people who have this type of you know, kind of status of enforcing the law, so to speak, okay, if you will. You know, they're going to be looking out for their own. They're going to be trying to cover their own ass in these times, man. All right? Because what the scripture says, 2 Timothy 3, verse 1, it says, this know also, it says also that in the last days, perilous times shall come. Great troubles, man. So you're going to have it so bad out here where people are going to be taking, you know, people's lives. They ain't going to be caring. They're going to be going door to door. Breaking and entering, stealing what you have in your homes, okay? Taking even your little ones, taking whoever they can, they can, okay? Because what? People gonna have that gun. People gonna have that modern day sword. These people gonna take action in their own hands, the scripture says, okay? This is about to get real. People still out here partying and playing and, you know, going clubbing, celebrating these pagan holidays. Next you got coming up Thanksgiving. After that, with a Christmas, okay, got niggas wrapped up in their mind. All of these things just got niggas all wrapped up in what they call it, a wicked holiday spirit, man. Okay, a big ass ritual. We're coming to times where it's gonna get real bad. Okay, evil times, bad times, evil. Okay, you're gonna have it where these people are gonna really take action in their own hands for the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Let's grab it. All right, this is let me see. This is let me grab it. Oh, it's like, yeah, go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, just getting straight to the point, verse 19. All right, because Jake got to go back into the job. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So this is what's coming. Okay? People ain't going to regard their kings nor princes like the scripture says above. You ain't going to be able to escape, leave, all right, because it's going to be so bad. They're going to have the military troops patrolling, okay, the intersections. They're going to be having all these things booked off. And when something great and tragic happens, all right, and, you know, in this place, they're going to have some type of, you know, structure or order, what they call it, to put out the chaos, order out of chaos. And these devils going to need to put what? These troops in these cities, what you seeing today. All right, it's only just going to amplify to a worse state than it is, or a worse state than it is. All right, because what? That means they're going to have to bring some type of, you know, restriction. Okay, they're going to have to, you know, get things from, you know, being so chaotic back into its rightful order. You see? But that's what's going to take place when all hell breaks loose, because you're going to have people out here roaming and killing and robbing and stealing, okay, gripping, whatever. That's how bad it's going to be. People are going to be taking what you have, because it's going to be the lack of bread and great tribulation out here. All right? People like this in the video going to have spirits created for vengeance. All right? The Lord is not playing, man. The Lord going to jack this place up. And it's going to be amplified by the things that is going to come upon this place. Let me see if I can, let me see. Created for, let me see, let me grab it. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, known as Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, right? So they're going to be doing what the Lord told them to do. All right? They ain't going to be trying to disregard or not listening. Nah, man. Them spirits is going to be created for vengeance is going to get active. They're going to be activated, man. And you're going to be seeing people like this really tapping into that demonic or vengeance spirit. All right, whatever spirit they have on these people, they're going to go out there and they're going to do what they got to do. To what? It says fire, verse 29, fire and hell and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. For what? To act upon of those vengeance, man. Verse 32. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. So this is what you're going to see. That's why you have it too. The scripture said the love of many is going to wax cold. The love of many is going to wax cold in these times. Family members going to turn on family members, friends, neighbors, cousins, uncles, aunties, babies, nieces, nephews, the whole list. Okay, it's gonna get it's gonna get real bad out here. It's gonna be a huge tragedy, and we can't wait, man. Because you know we can wait through the spirit, of course, but speaking through the spirit, I'm saying we can't wait for it to pop off, because these people have a huge, they got a huge mouth to say. They always got a lot. They got a loud mouth, but when these things start happening. All right, their mouths gonna be closed, and we're gonna be able to see what we told you so. Niggas gonna get a real reminder in that day. Okay, starting off with what YAHAWASHI setting the record straight. All right, for you disrespecting the prophets, disrespecting the men that's out there laboring and hard work. Okay, doing the things they have to do. You people gonna find out the hard way, man. Scripture says they shall know it after death by pain. 2/3 of Jake gonna have to be put down. All right, and these women gonna feel it real hard. That's why they gonna come for you, so-called Negroes, man. All right, Eve, starting with the so-called black woman. You gonna definitely be a target, especially with when there's many kids and there's you got daughters and all that, man. These people who being let out of these prisons and all that, when all these lights can possibly go out, hey, Jake gonna find himself a target just as the rest of these other people. those are the times it's gonna make people have a reality check come real fast, man, rapidly. Okay, so that was on my spirit to bring it out. Lord, when this lesson was edifying, you got to get back into the job, to the plantation. But once again, Lord, when this lesson was edifying to Akim Hakwaf, we seeking Lord to sincerity. That's time I say, Shalom.